Hello, welcome to Black Amethyst Oracle. This is Carmen. Today I'm offering 3 readings. I am looking into 3 big energies out there right now, and hopefully at least one of these will contain messages for you about sort of where you are in your journey, on your path, light that should be shed for you on, things that are happening, and I want to include some love advice. So each of these groups here, 1, 2, 3, has a stack of oracles which I've already shuffled and drawn. I've started with each crystal or stone and then got oracles based on that. And each one is definitely a kind of rounded out energy that I feel pretty confident about and is existing right now, whenever you find this, actually. So I did expose one oracle from each group so that you can kind of like focus and see what feels right to you. I'm going to introduce you to what you're seeing, and then I'm going to insert a still photo that's clear and closer so you can vibe out and really feel inside yourself if you feel a pull toward one, okay? The first group is Amethyst. Try to focus. I actually have good light today here in Oregon. And the card for that Amethyst group is the Shadow. The second group is, this is Pink Tourmaline. Come on, focus. Pink Tourmaline. There is some lepidolite and calcite in there, but for the most part, I'm really using this Pink Tourmaline. And the card for this second group is the Gate. I wonder why my camera isn't focusing quickly. Third group, this is borite, also known as peacock ore. And, whoa, the card I'm showing you from the third group is the Seer. So I will insert the still now, pause, reflect, feel, and I'll see what you're reading. Hello to the first group. These are the oracles that were drawn. Hopefully everything was right there in the amethyst for you. These are from the clue cards I made, and they say something new, you least expect, think before saying, and full moon manifest. The animal spirit card that I got for this group is Tiger. And then I got a couple of these from Cosmic Law, and they are Anger and Law of Balance. I've used some of my stones here, crystals, to hold the cards down because I'm going to shuffle tarot and spread those as well. But these are very intentional stones that I have placed based on the energy that I'm getting here. And I will say that right away, there's a strong feeling of you being in an energy of either working with your shadow or being nudged to work with your shadow. You may be experiencing feelings of anger, frustration, anxiety, fear, some of the more unpleasant feelings that emerge from our dark sides. And when I say dark, I never mean bad. It's all about balance, and that here is being echoed in the law of balance. There is, for me, a feeling of maybe words being spoken, by you, most likely, that aren't really true to what you feel or believe, or maybe they just aren't coming out right and you need to reflect a little more. As far as this manifestation, for me to get full moon manifest, something new and you least expect, I'm already getting a feeling that you're very much on the verge of something a dramatic shift in your life. Something that's greater than you could have imagined. Something, maybe you're hoping to manifest something, you're trying to call in something for yourself, and I get the feeling that it will be better than you imagine. Especially if you're able to kind of bring yourself into balance and recognize these shadowy features in yourself that are emerging, and just find a way to stand in your power, and but in a beautiful power, in a calm, collected power, in an actual power, you know, like to come off as combative, or to work from a place of, to speak or do from a place of anger, often isn't really giving or showing someone or anyone the truth of the matter. You know, like, you may feel like you blurred out the truth, but if you are calm and quiet enough to take a look at what is beneath all of that, you know, for example, you could say horrible things to someone, but the truth of the matter is you just are afraid of being hurt, you know? So there's something about recognizing your vulnerability that gives you a grace and power. And then, you know, people respond differently to that sort of energy. You know, you're going to get, you know, more understanding, or at least an effort to understand, when you come from a place that doesn't put someone else on the defensive. So that's just an energy that I'm picking up here, and it really resonated through all the cards. And you know, the amethyst is a crystal that is connected to the crown chakra, and in receiving messages, and tapping into your own intuition. And I think here that no matter what, there's going to be a call for you to hold your power and realize what you are capable of manifesting in your life and around you, and that there's a great deal of shadow work involved in you finding that for yourself. So I've decided that for this energy, I'm going to use the Children of Litha deck. And I'm going to just sort of, I think I'll just go in initially just asking, you know, what's going on with you, and what you need to know about where you are right now. Oops. And I do want to, excuse me, I do want to look at love, because, well, we're always looking at love, right? Because love relationships are just so effective in helping us see ourselves, and especially a reading like this, like a spread like this, I do get the feeling that there's another person involved here, specifically. Okay. I may have to take a coffee break, because I'm struggling. I wonder if I should speed through this, you know? These are beautiful cards, and sometimes beautiful cards are tricky to shuffle. They're very thick and a little bit matte. All right. Excuse me. Sorry for all of this. So this is Judgment, Seven of Swords. There's a definite feeling here of you standing your ground and stepping up to stick up for yourself in a way. You know, there's a feeling of maybe having made some decisions or being near making decisions, you know, and wanting change and wanting to ascend, wanting to connect. This is beautiful. And then this Seven of Swords is absolutely speaking about being protective, I believe, of yourself, and enforcing boundaries. Seven of Swords is often a message about confrontation, and I feel maybe you feel someone has breached your boundaries and you're not putting up with it, essentially. It's kind of amazing. It's just amazing to me the way the energy is talking to me. I just get the real feeling that you are someone who is really ready to move forward in your own best interest. I get the feeling that you're kind of pissed off and have been putting up with something that wasn't making you feel good. You're kind of standing up for yourself. Come on. I didn't even ask a question. All right. What do you need to know about this energy right now, moving forward? What's going to need to know moving forward? Emerging energy, moving forward. Oh my goodness. Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles for moving forward. Yeah, you're feeling protective. This is Capricorn energy, which is about it's earthy, and it's about taking care of yourself and your mat and your home and your own future and your own investments and your own really just trying to be wise and prudent about the future that you're laying down. This Queen of Pentacles, more you need to know. Where you already know. Knight of Pentacles. That's Virgo energy, and it's really just more of the same. It's you to concentrate on your own personal path forward right now, and in you know what you're doing for your practical life, like your work and the way you're being productive, and the things that the foundation that you're building for yourself is an excellent place for you to be putting focus right now. While there isn't a feeling of needing to work with your shadow, I believe that it's saying for you to take care of your home and your health and your security right now is motivation, should be motivation, and you're probably feeling self-motivated by these things, and that is an assist for you in getting the balance you need to realize your power, manifest what it is. These are manifestation of the life you want to live, you know? And I feel like there's a lot of energy for you, or at least coming up. There must be some desire in you to plant seeds to grow a very abundant garden for yourself, you know? Like, you just don't want to be, you don't want to stray from the abundant life that you want to have, and can feel that you can get for yourself. And you seem, there's a self-sufficient kind of thing, but these, you know, this earth energy, these do like partners, you know? And this could even speak about with the Queen and the Knight, two people of the same mind, you know, and wanting the same things in life coming together. So I don't know if that's for everyone, but it's definitely a possibility that, you know, there's definitely a possibility of a collaboration to get ahead. So if we're going to talk about such a thing, let's look at your romantic, your love life, your romantic relationships, situations, or just your love outlook in general. Like, kind of what's going on with you in love. Show me this Amethyst group 1 person in love right now. All right, 5 of Cups. This is sorrow and loss and pain. There may have been a Tower moment here. This is there's Scorpio energy, you know, death, and there's Tower energy, which is, you know, that big disruption. And it does feel like you're currently in an energy of moving through loss. And if you're feeling heavy-hearted, you know, this would be you. But I also get, I go back to the defensive feeling. There's definitely in this sorrow, in this loss, if something is ended or is ending, there's also, I see in you, maybe someone hasn't seen you for your worth. You feel like someone hasn't seen you for what you are. They haven't seen you for the rare creature that you are. They haven't appreciated what you've added to their life, or at least you feel this way. You feel they have not. You may feel that you've been taken for granted, and you may feel that they have not seen you in all of your, you know, unique offering for them, you know, like all the things that you bring to their life that no one else can or will. And and you may feel that them losing you is a terrible loss for them. Let's look at them. Show me this person. Show me this person's energy right now. The other person. This other person is showing up in Four of Swords energy, meaning they have, oh, it's not in the shot, is it? Meaning, Four of Swords energy, meaning that they are in a period of rest, of contemplation and time out. I get the feeling they are thinking about everything that's happened between you. They are also probably thinking about the loss. But more than anything, they are... Is that in there? Feeling like there's nothing they can say or do right now. And just really trying to figure out how they might be able to make peace with you. How they might be able to realize the, you know, the value and the purpose of the two of you. This card, these are really beautiful cards, by the way. This card has a Luna moth. And an interesting thing about the Luna moth is, first of all, I believe it's a creature that's very much attached to loss, because the Luna moth doesn't have a mouth. It literally is born to, I think it lives for about 24 hours or something. And I've seen them, wow, yeah, oh, wow. I was just thinking about a crazy, about seeing one. It was like, it was so ghosty and crazy because it was at night and I was in my headlights and it nearly hit my windshield. But anyway, they're so kind of elusive, and they're so just weirdly specifically here for a purpose, you know? And I think in your life, they may have shown up for you, and it may not feel like, you may wonder, why would someone come into my life to make me mad, just take me for granted, and just have it not work out? Like, why could that be? But this person does, did I just leave my Luna moth story? They live a very short life. They have no mouth. They cannot eat. They are here to basically pollinate, breed, and, you know, support the ecosystem. So like, and they're so elusive and in my mind, like, ethereal and mysterious. Like I said, this was a ghosty experience. And it's definitely worth mentioning that we have this moon here and this full moon up here. And I do feel it is possible. You may not realize it, but you may have manifested this person and all of the discomfort that they have brought up for you. This person could be serving as someone who has angered you, but in that anger, in that shadow, in that darkness of the uncomfortable feelings that seem to be going on here, is work for you. It is, you know, something that you can address, and like I said, the result will be your power. So here on these cards, I am seeing sadness. I am seeing that the other person involved is thinking about it all, but that this person was very much, if not brought to you by you, brought to you for sure, to show you these these darker aspects, you know, that you need to address, like the sources of your pain, the sources of your anger, the things that anger you. Why is it, you know, what is it inside of you that needs to be healed? And once that is healed, will you not stand like this tiger, which is this calm, beautiful power? Like, you know, I talk about animals a lot, and I love animals, but it's no secret of mine. The tiger is my favorite animal of the entire kingdom. It's just, and it's not even my totem animal, but it is, to me, just the epitome of power and beauty. So I just feel, you know, for you to receive this, I have utmost confidence that you're being guided by really incredible forces within you to, you know, step up. Like this Judgment card here, you see this, and you know, she's like calling out through this horn, and she's got these, I'm gonna call them, you know, they're little skeleton animals, but I'm gonna call these like shadow creatures. Like, I feel like your shadow aspects are on your side right now to help you rise, you know? I feel that very strongly. Let's get some more. Let me go on top of this. Let's get more about where you are. Okay, this is where you are right now and what may have happened. So let's just look at emerging energy for you. Emerging energy for you. Energy for you. 3 of Pentacles. And emerging energy for you. All right. 9 of Cups. Emerging energy for you is working on your, you know, finding solutions, working together. A lot of times, you know, this could be working with a partner, but it's, at any rate, it's definitely a message about working with people, working together with you. I want to say your, you know, what I just said, these are your shadow pets, you know, so to speak. Like, they are here to help you, and I believe that you are, you know, working with your own guides in a way. Like, a lot of times 3 of Pentacles is working with other people, and it can be in a relationship, working with another person, but, you know, to find solutions and taking care of growth and setting forth like practical answers, you know. Like this though, this is 9 of Cups, and you know, from this 7 of Swords defensive energy, I believe coming up for you is something very wonderful, a sense of meaning and purpose. And I believe this is it within yourself. It can be external, but I really feel that this standing up for yourself is going to empower you, and the self-love is going to trump anything that, you know, someone else can do for you. This is something that's very much needed, and I think, you know, you have wanted to feel there's, you know, to feel like you have a meaning and purpose in your life, or to feel, you know, satisfied with who you are and where you're going. That's a wonderful feeling for you to have coming your way and emerging right now. And so over here with the pentacles, I was asking about what you needed to know right now. And so we were talking about taking care of your practical life and laying down your foundation for your future. I just got, there was just a great feeling about security in security, like your security and security, like how good it will make you feel to be able to take care of yourself, but also to be nurturing and loving to your own self and to those around you, those who, like, I just heard reciprocity, like when give that love, any love that you've been giving into a place that hasn't felt like right, like it hasn't been giving you the returns that you deserve, like, or want, like, give that love to yourself and to those around you who do support you. Recognize those forces in your life if you have them. So another row of messages about something you need to know. What else do you need to know about emerging energy? Especially if we're talking here about things taking a turn for the better. What do you need to know about emerging energy? We've got an 8 of Swords. All right. It can be hard to power through sometimes, and it's easy to get caught up in your own mental traps that you set for yourself. And like, I think this message, eight of Swords, is such a powerful card for me all the time, because I believe it's something that we do to ourselves, and it has to do with, feeling stuck and being confused and not knowing what to do. And I think really the message, usually when you see this card, there's someone or something in a little, they're trapped in a way, but they're not even realizing they can just get out, So like, I think this is a message about, for you to remember that as you move forward, anytime you begin to feel confused or stuck or, exhausted, really, first of all, it's okay to rest. And second, just, maybe connect to your shadow and be like, are you making me feel this way? Like, is it my anxiety about because I'm afraid of failure? Or, like, that's just an example. Like, you can take a look at the uncomfortable feelings when they do come up, and they always will. When you do encounter these mental traps that you've set for yourself, don't forget to keep looking at those along the way, because shadow work is ongoing. It never stops. It's not like you figure it all out, you're completely healed, and then everything's just sunny for the rest of your life. Like, that's not really how it works. There will always be parts of us that rear their little monster heads and make us anxious, make us sad, make us question ourselves and doubt ourselves. And so when that does happen, and just remember that it's coming from a place, and you can settle in and shine a little light on that place and try to figure out what it is. And sometimes just acknowledging it will help resolve it. Like, sometimes just knowing the source of, anxiety, for example, is rooted in a feeling of not being able to control everything, like feeling out of control, and it creates like this fight or flight feeling that is anxiety. And understanding what is happening physiologically inside of you when you start to have panic symptoms, anxiety symptoms, is a big part of being able to control that. Like, you can't control all of the like factors in our lives all the time, but we can manage the internal sort of roadblocks that try to trip us up. Okay, so another message about that you need to know about emerging energy. Queen of Cups. All right. I really just see that you are coming into so much more compassion for yourself, and through this process of self-care and love and shadow work that you seem to be open to doing, and it seems like the time is now. This Queen of Cups sitting here under the tiger, like, it's just it's speaking to me about the power of your imagination and your manifestation abilities for love and anything else. It's speaking to me about your intuitive abilities to know what is right for you and to move through your decisions, knowing what is ultimately in your own best interest and supporting you. There's a lot of falling in love with yourself in this whole reading for me. There's in this whole energy for me. There's a lot of, it's a healing feeling to it's a healing thing to recognize who you are, and maybe for one of, we grow through this and there are steps to take, but maybe you are stepping up, to another level of understanding how worthy and beautiful you are. Do you know what I mean? I sense a lot of power for you. Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. That's moon and intuitive. So once again, we've got a lot of moon references here. You may want to, if you don't already, like, just look into a simple thing that people do, which is, on each new moon, there's one every month, you could set intentions and then, work on those, and through the month, by the time the moon is full, check your manifestations. There's definitely just a message for you about your power and your ability to manifest, but also knowing that you have it and maybe realizing more than ever. Okay, so one last look at this relationship that seems to have affected you in such ways. I feel like this was really wonderful for you. For me, it was confirmation of, like, why you may be where you are. I do feel that this situation or relationship that has caused you some stress is eye-opening, heart-opening for you. Big time heart-opening. And I didn't look too deeply into the other person, because, to be honest, like, the energy here is that really, like, they're, what they're doing and what they want and what they feel is secondary to you. It really truly is. But I will try to look a little more closely at the relationship right now. What is there hope for this relationship? Is there hope for this connection with this person who has spurred so much growth and healing and shadow work? Is there hope for any type of connection to remain going forward? Well, sorry. Connection. Going forward with this connection. Going forward in this connection. With what happens to this connection going forward? Okay. Got a Three of Wands. Three of Wands over the sadness. You're definitely, planning ahead and looking at your bigger picture. And here we've got another moon. We've got a wolf howling at the moon. As far as the connection goes, it is looking to me like once you sort out your picture, there's going to be an opportunity to look at whether or not this person fits into your big picture. And one more about this connection moving forward. Okay. This is a 7 of Wands. Gone from a 3 to a 7. We've got the 7 of Wands, which is, again, it's boundaries. They're gonna have to be in place. Like it's also, there's also confrontation. It just feels to me like, especially with this coming over the 4 of Swords, I would say that now is not the time. If there is a time to look at where any potential for this connection could exist in your life, whether that's romantic or friends or collaborator or whatever, it's probably not right now, because they are in a very necessary state of contemplation about who they are and what they're doing, probably, and what their purpose is. And then for you and them, it just feels like right now it would still be tense. Like it would still be, there's still a threat of drama, because you both have to get to the other side of what it is that you're working on. You're going to be able to come into any situation with your power after you do a little bit of healing, and then you may not even want this person anymore. They may just always be a trigger for you. And that probably remains to be seen, but is wildly specific to your situation. And so for a general reading, I could never pin that down. It's just an energy of, I get the feeling that right now is not the time. And that at this point, it would still just be very triggering for one or both of you. And the last thing you need to do right now is lose your head, because you're in a good place. There's so much beautiful emerging energy and love for yourself. And maybe you're just done with having anyone make you feel bad. All right. I feel really good about this. Got the Emperor on the bottom. And I don't always look at the bottom, but I just kind of had a feeling I wanted to see what it was, because I felt like there was something I should know. And this Emperor is speaking to me about, again, it's the power and it's the drive and the force, but you know, and this isn't a gender specific reading, but for me the Emperor has a lot to do with a counterpart and someone showing up. It always has. So I just feel like you have to trust. A final word is that you have to trust that the right one, the next one, the right one, will find you. And we'll find you in this energy, and it's going to be so good. And I don't know if it's this person from the past. It doesn't. This person feels like a more mature, more together, more driven person. Like this person feels like a real force, you know, like a real charismatic force. Like, ooh, like you'll meet this person and be like, oh damn, you know. And so it does feel kind of like a different energy, although I will say this could be this person after their own transformation. This could be after some time what this person might, if they do the work on their end, what they could turn into. All right, so there's that. And I hope you enjoyed, took something from that. Thank you. Hello to the second group. You chose the pink tourmaline and the gate. I just would like to say these are the oracle cards that were in the stack. You got, from my clue cards that I made, new ideas, stay mindful, learn, it's possible. The seahorse is the animal spirit that came through for you. and law of clarity and law of love from the cosmic laws, I believe it's called, Oracle. And I've chosen, based on the energy that I'm feeling up here, I have chosen, actually I'm using crystals and stones to hold the cards down, because I'm going to shuffle with the tarot and it'll help hold them down, but also these are very intentional. This is celestite and apophyllite for you. And this beautiful, and pink tourmaline is a very heart healing. Okay. I've chosen to use the Linestrider Tarot deck for this reading based on who knows what. I just feel what I feel. I can say right away that your energy, in your energy right now, is a promise. It's like a promise of a new perspective. It's a promise of growth. It's a promise of transformation into like just illumination, really, like illuminated status. When I see these cards from my clue messages, that you need to stay mindful, and I feel you are in a very receptive state right now, receptive to new ideas and receptive to learning, you know, everything that's going on, but also who you are. And you have there are portals. This gate card is about portals, and you know, synchronicity for you is happening all around, and if you're staying mindful of that, there's a good chance that it'll all click, it'll all add up, and you'll begin to be like, ah, you know, the light bulb. You will have new ideas, and this just rolls as a domino effect, and you find yourself in greater, newer ways of being. Anything that you think can be, no matter how dreamy it could feel to you. Like it may feel like a fantasy, but I believe for you, you may begin to see that it is possible. You know, this seahorse, this card deck, on the back of this card, I believe it talks about transformation and feminine energy and all this stuff, but I use my own intuition to talk about animals usually, and I know some things about seahorses. And for one thing that's widely known is that they are delicate creatures. They're very delicate, and I wanted to get seahorses for my daughter when she was born, a tank. And I had to really do some investigation, and I learned how incredibly difficult they are to keep and care for. Like their requirements for an aquarium of seahorses is crazy. Like it's hard work, and I know I am not experienced, and I would probably not do well. So, you know, that being said, these are delicate creatures, delicate, and they need special conditions. And I believe that you know, with the seahorse energy around you right now, are being given some special conditions. You are being blessed with, I don't like to say blessed, but you are being gifted in this life right now, opportunities to thrive. And with the law of clarity and the law of love, I just feel a real, for you, this really open, beautiful sense of possibility in love for you. I feel like there is either it's happened or it's emerging, this feeling of clarity and like knowing how you feel about someone or something, knowing what you want, or knowing what someone is to you that you may have not been seeing before. This is all very different from the first reading, and just really slow and soft and gentle energy. This is, you know, your energy right now is very much bursting with love. I feel like I can feel it in me. I have felt a shift since I laid these cards down and tapped in. Like I'm feeling a little, I'm not even feeling overwhelmed with it. I'm feeling sort of like drunk with it, you know what I mean? Like I'm feeling like imagine like swaying in a hammock or drifting on a raft in like small waves, like just this very lulling, smooth, rocking feeling. Like it's very, very cradled, very comforting right now. And I feel that spirit around you right now is taking care of you. And you know, maybe this has been a long time coming, maybe that, you know, but I'm not seeing past stuff right here. I'm really just seeing current energy and real emerging future stuff for you that is just really lovely and sweet. Healing, a big message for I also get the feeling of you have outward care to give. You have much care, and it's not just in a love relationship, but there's work for you to do in giving to others and feeling, spreading your light, giving of your caring self, honestly. And I believe you're going to find a lot of personal reward and soul satisfaction in feeling like you're helping someone else. The seahorses also, famously, these are, you know, that's why I think it's funny that the back of the card talks about feminine energy, because the seahorse is actually the paternal nature of a seahorse. Like the males carry the babies in their little pouch, and like whenever I see seahorses, I have a very sensitive son, and we sponsored seahorses through World Wildlife Fund, and he got this like seahorse with these baby seahorses attached to it, you know, a stuffed animal. There's a lot of that going on in my house, but this to me speaks of a very also sensitive male. So I kind of get the feeling, if there's an identifying male watching, that any male drawn to this group is going to be the really sweet, sensitive guys. And that's really lovely, and I'm so happy to have you here in this space. So I hope I hit record. Yes, I always get paranoid about that. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, now that I've sort of talked about what I'm feeling for your energy right now, and you'll know if you're like, that is so not me, or that is so me. You know, I don't like to waste your time, but I'm gonna shuffle and get some cards. Happening with the second group, the pink tourmaline people with the gate. What's going on? Five of Pentacles. You may have been going through a difficult time. A difficult time I'm more seeing a difficult time in like practical matters, you know, this because it's pentacles. And you may, this is not necessarily everyone, you may have been just sort of struggling a little bit, like with managing money and stuff. But this definitely speaks about, to me, a bit of a loneliness, like a bit of a loss and a bit of a loneliness and a bit of a time of feeling lack, you know, like maybe low. I guess I'm getting loneliness. If you've been feeling lonely, this could be you. Oh, yeah, you're so sweet. Oh, okay. What else? What's going on with this pink? Queen of Pentacles. You're also someone who is so loving. Like it's just echoed here, and from what I have already seen and tried to describe, you're someone who is just so caring and supportive and giving of your love and care for others. Look at this. She's holding this rabbit. Oh, God, the energy here for you is just so sweet. It almost makes me want to cry because I feel like I could use you in my life. Sorry, I'm going to try to get it together. Let me get a sip of coffee here. All right. What do you need to know right now? Spirit, what do you need to know right now? Ace of Wands. Okay. There's a little spark of inspiration. You're having a real Ace of Wands is a beginning, but it's also very creative and inspired and you know, hopeful. And it really does. This Ace of Wands really does echo new ideas, you know, and possibility. It really does. As well as clarity and love. So something you need to know right now is that what I have said to you about, you know, your potential and your openness right now is absolutely serving you, and you need to know right now that either it has arrived or it is coming. This spark, this inspiration, this new beginning in, you know, it could be anything is pretty much applicable to relationships, but more than anything, I'm just getting this greater sense of you and your purpose. And this great love that you have and this sweetness that you have to give. It could be in a relationship, but I definitely feel like it's in the world around you. The greater world, a bigger, a really ripple effect I'm getting. I'm seeing like your love just ripple out to just across like so much expanse. Your energy is very healing, very caring, very nurturing. Queen of Pentacles, the seahorse, very nurturing. Something else you need to know right now. Spirit wants you to know right now. Seven of Wands. If there's been a problem, if you felt, this could relate to the Five of Pentacles and this loss. If there's been a feeling of tension, drama, or a sense that something bad was going to happen, I feel you will overcome this if it has happened, or or this feeling of, it's coming across as a fear of, it's a vulnerability. It's coming across as a fear of being attacked, a fear of being misunderstood. It's coming across as you kind of running from feeling non-confrontational. If someone in your world, and I'm not even getting a romantic feeling, but it could be for you, if someone around you has put you on the defensive, I think the overall message that I am here to tell you is that you are okay, and you are safe, and you are a beautiful person with a lot to give. And if someone has affected your energy is stronger than anyone else's, negative attack. You will be okay, And here on this card we have, there's a goat going up on a rock, like they can do. And here we have, I'm not sure what that is. Wolf, coyote, some sort of predator. And there's even this sort of goose quacking up. You're the goat, and you're just like trying to get away from like this and that. And these may be actual players in your life, but they may also just be circumstances, like, where's the rent? Or like, like it could be anything. But I just feel, I get the sense that, you felt like, here I got a sense of loneliness, but I also get a sense of like, you feeling like it's you against the world in a way. Like, it's loneliness again, to be honest, is what is coming through. And I just get the feeling that all around you are opportunities. If you stay mindful, like this says, all around you are possibilities and opportunities to have the love and the sweetness that you have come back to you and take care of you as well, Does that make sense? I want to look at love, romance, because I'm doing that for each reading. How are you showing up in love? How is the pink tourmaline gay person showing up in romance right now? Two of Swords. Well, that speaks of a decision and not knowing which way to go. It also speaks of staying calm when faced with conflict. Maybe you have been in a situation where someone has really tested you, and you're like, yee, like this doesn't feel good, like with regard to a relationship, it feels like you are in an energy of just not wanting to face a decision, or not seeing a decision, actually. I get the feeling that your energy in love and romance right now is that you really just don't know what to do. However that applies to your situation. Like, you may be in a situation that you don't know what to do about it, or you may be single and not knowing how to go forward, and what kind of things are possible. So if there's another person around you, I want to look at them. This could be someone that you have known, know, or will know. Let me look at the energy of someone around you romantically. And that might give me a more specific idea, but I get the sense that there are different stories at play here, like for different people watching. I do get the feeling there are single people watching, and I do get the feeling there are because there's a loneliness, but you can be lonely and with someone as well. So I think there's that. Show me the energy of a person around you. 8 of Pentacles. Huh. This feels like someone who is new to you. This is someone who is very new or coming in. So we didn't pick up someone. I don't believe we've picked up someone from your past. I believe we've picked up someone who is either very new and on the scene right now, or coming in. Yeah, I just get this new person who is going to bring with them deeper understanding about what you're both experiencing. I get the feeling that you're about to begin with or meet someone who you will have a very mindful connection with. I get depth. I get that, 8 of Pentacles is about learning, and often it's about trying something new and even apprenticeship, like I think that this is someone who you will learn a lot from each other. Okay. Let me go back over here. Go back over here to where you are. What is coming up? What is emerging energy for you? What's emerging energy for you personally? We have the Chariot. You are absolutely on the move, like on the move toward like success and winning, and actually just like feeling successful, feeling like you've achieved something, feeling like something you've done matters, feeling like you're on the right path. There's a very strong echoing feeling through here about your purpose being so important and so good. And with this new ideas and learning and this 8 of Pentacles, which is the same thing, I just really feel like this is coming up for you, and potentially through a person like that you will meet. I think you're going to be inspired, and I think you are well on your way to like feeling good about what you're doing and giving back and giving to your community at large. What's another emerging energy for you right now? We have the Queen of Swords. Okay. So this is, this is a Libra energy. This is very balanced. This is very smart. This is an energy of, you know, it can come off as very mental and chill, but I really get the feeling that it's just you coming into a sort of power of, you know, feeling liberated by your discoveries, feeling up for the challenge. I'm hearing like up for the challenge of what do you call it, like accelerating your knowledge and accelerating your skills. That goes with this learning as well. Like I really feel this, you feel a conviction toward bringing more balance into your life and into other lives as well. I sense other people's lives will be affected by your decisions and cool-headedness. That's wonderful. Spirit wanting you to know right now. We have 8 of Cups. Alright. So 8 of Cups, you know, is a lonely card as well. And for it to show up here over the Ace of Wands, I feel this is very much this spark of inspiration that is coming to you. There is a piece of it that has to do with turning your back on certain things in the way of like prioritizing. There's a need to prioritize. If this is something that has been going on with you, you need to turn your back to it and focus on yourself and focus on your spirit and focus on your own deeper meaning. Look, you know, prioritize what matters. Embark on this quest for yourself. This person is turning, really walking away from this conflict and these feelings of confrontation that may be around you or come around you. You can peacefully turn away from that and decide to stick with what matters and where your priorities lie, and to really just focus on your own growth and your own what you have to give and all the sweetness that you have inside of you. And don't let anyone, you know, don't let anyone take advantage of you. Just, you can turn your back. That's a message from Spirit. You are too sensitive, I feel, for much conflict. And if it hurts your spirit, it's okay for you to protect yourself. And where was that other queen? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. It's okay for you to be protective of your energy. You have to actually be somewhat protective of your energy, because you have open portals all around you, and you have to be careful because people will come in to take advantage of that. That's just how it works. And I don't just mean in romantic relationships, I mean in life. You have to protect your energy, and it's okay to turn your back on conflict and, you know, other people's misguided aggression. It just feels like a message that you needed. I actually can't even tap much more into it than that. I have a feeling it will resonate specifically for most of you. Oh. Okay, so one more about what Spirit wants you to know right now. King of Cups. Yeah. you have so much, love. Like, you are a very, so the King of Cups is often like full of love and full of emotion, but also a bit careful about, like, they're very mature and careful about how they dole it out. And this really speaks about what I've just been saying with this Eight of Cups. Like, you know, put your love where it belongs, but, you know, you don't, people are not allowed to come and just take from you and use you and deplete you of this beautiful love. I mean, you have an endless source inside of you, I can see, but at the same time, it's very important that you maintain a balance between what you are giving and what you are getting. And if anybody is taking, exhausting you or taking away from you in a way that is hurting your ability to spread your love and your compassion and your concern, you know, that's not okay. Spirit wants you to know that you are a very good friend and you are a reliable, good person, and you deserve protection. They are protecting you, but you are allowed to protect yourself as well. Back to the emerging relationship energy, because it looked like something exciting was happening here. Yeah, talking about this new person or this person who may be coming in with this like deep connection, like mental connection, and like deeply spiritual, like spiritually stimulating connection I feel for you. It looks like someone you may not even be seeing around you, or a decision to move forward with it because maybe you're just unsure. Let me just look a little deeper into emerging energy in your love sector and relationships and situations and connections and emerging energy and connections, emerging energy and romantic connections with you. Page of Cups. Yeah, someone is reaching out to you with they like you. You may be receiving messages or direct communication in person. I just get the feeling that someone is very drawn to you and they are going to come forward and let you know. Emerging energy around romantic connections for pink tourmaline, the gate, the seahorse. Ace of Cups, a new beginning. And this is, you know, this is a new relationship, and it's really creative and passionate. It's there's a lot of intuitive connection between you, and there's it's very happy and sweet. And I think that this is exciting for you. It feels so innocent. There's such a feeling of innocence in your reading. And, you know, I just want to say that I feel like it is well deserved that you have something good and someone supportive coming around, and I get the feeling they're good. The vibe on this person, if there's a new person coming that has entered or is coming, the vibe on this person is that they are very good too, like you, and that the two of you together, they're going to let you know. They're not going to be very shy about telling you how great you are. And this is a safe and exciting new relationship that you very much deserve. I'm just going to cut the deck for a final message, and got the Knight of Swords. All right. So the Knight of Swords is about communication and fast forward, you know, movement, and it's mental, and it's like, I guess, a final word is that a lot of this is coming in really fast. I just got lightning. Like, okay, so you've got these open portals and you're just going to have like, I think you're going to get quick downloads. I think you're going to get like quick information. I think this person is going to move fast toward you and like not hesitate. I think, you know, your Queen of Swords energy where you're feeling like you know what it is you want to do. Like you may be going through a period of like that may feel kind of fast and rushed and invigorating and exciting because there's just this Knight of Swords energy of, it's very mental, it's Gemini energy, and is very like communicative. You know, I think that you're going to be receiving a lot of information through these gates, these portals. I believe that as long as you're staying mindful and you're open to new ideas, they're coming like lightning. And you are, God, I was saying that so fast because that's how it feels. Like I feel like you're just getting quick downloads, right? Like from your higher self and your higher power, but also from the people around you. Like, you know, like that's why you have to be careful, you know. It's like I just pictured ping pong, you know, like, you know, they're coming, it's coming as fast, and like some of it is, it's okay to know when to, like, you know, hit that ping pong ball like off the table. You know what I mean? That's just what I got. I don't know where it comes from. Okay, thank you. I hope this was useful, helpful, anything at all. Let me know. Thank you. Hello. Third group, the borite and the seer. You also, for your animal spirit card, got the mountain lion, also known as the puma, also known as the cougar, among other things. You got, from my own clues cards, a memory, something you read, music, and it might not be what you thought. And then from the Cosmic Laws Oracle, discouragement and hope. I have chosen today the Wild Unknown Tarot deck for this reading. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the energy that I'm getting from these oracles. It's very powerful. It's excuse me. It's very powerful. What you might expect from the seer, right? Ooh, okay, so energy around you, energy of yours right now. I sense someone who is aware of how powerful they are. Actually very in touch and very in tune. Someone who is very connected to spirit and source. With the mountain lion, like so many of the big cats, which are my absolute favorite, I do feel a connection to mountain lion. I do feel a connection to these large cats, all of them. And this is just another message of, to me, this is always spiritual guidance. Like the big cats showing up are, for me personally, very much about connectedness to spirit, and this like, I always picture these powerful cats walking beside me, and it's something that I've seen in my life. And you know, the mountain lion is the only one that is native to where I live and where I have been and where I've hiked. And I also want to point out that this particular card, which is actually so beautiful, I don't know if you can see it down there. There's also an owl, which is a major spirit. There's also I think that's some kind of bird. I'm not sure what it is. There's another bird that looks like a raven. There's an eagle. There are a lot of birds around here, which are other messengers. Owl being a very divine messenger, connected to goddess energy. where was I? Mountain lion. So because that is a native predator where I am, and because I'm an animal nerd, and because I have hiked for years or whatever, I do know some things about mountain lions. First of all, they're very elusive. I used to hope I would see one, you know. I wasn't worried about having my neck broken by one or, you know, my spine severed. I wasn't worried at all. I just wanted to see one so badly. I felt like I was imagining them around me, and I always told my hiking partners, if we see one, leave me alone. Just go and leave me alone. But that's not how it works. Mountain lions are actually not confrontational. They're elusive, and they could be watching you when you're not even aware they're there. They're not likely. They don't often come out and come toward people. Unfortunately, the reality is we do see them showing up, and you know, there have been attacks and they will come and get your pets or whatever, but like, this is because we've encroached their territory. This is all ecological stuff. This is because we humans have interfered with the natural balance of things. We've developed all over the place. We're places we shouldn't be, blah blah blah. I'll leave that out of the reading, but the point is, generally, by nature, mountain lions are kind of elusive, and I get the feeling that you have a lot of protection around you. You have a lot of spiritual allies, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you may be, with this discouragement and hope showing up, someone who is vacillating between feeling discouraged and feeling hopeful. It could be rapidly vacillating. You could be, you know, it could all be within a day, and it seems to be recurring over and over. And I think that's totally normal and natural. I put a black amethyst over these two cards to kind of hold them down through the shuffling. I'm using them as weights, but also these are very intentional. This is the black amethyst being grounding and enlightening at the same time. And I think that, you know, with the discouragement and hope here, I'm definitely getting a feeling of someone who just wants to give up sometimes because it's all too much. It's a lot to be, it's a lot to take it all in. It's a lot to take in the ways of the world. It's a lot to take in the psychic energy that you probably receive. And, you know, hope, you may feel great hope and lots of inspiration and light a lot of the time, but it's also hard to come by sometimes when, you know, things are out of balance, and our world is most certainly out of balance. I will say that especially right now at the time of recording, there are a lot of things to be discouraged about. There are a lot of things that will make us question what really matters and what we're doing and why we're here. Over here to my clue messages, a memory, something you read, music. It might not be what you thought. I'm feeling a real message about just your psychic power, honestly. Like, if you're paying attention, and I think you are, there are probably parts of, you know, there may be one specific memory, but I feel like you're having a lot of memories that are making connections to where you are now in life and making sense of the things that happened to you. Music is a huge, oh, my incense is shedding. Music is a conduit for you. It's a method of messaging for you. I do have the deck that I made that is called the Psychic Radio, because I feel, I think a lot of us feel this, like the radio seems to know your mood, or you'll put your playlist, you'll put your entire library on shuffle, and it'll play just the song that like you needed to hear or represents a situation that you're going through or a feeling that you're having. And it's like, how did the radio know? And I always call it the psychic radio. And then so I just want to say, like, with that, there's definitely something about music being really relevant to your revelations and your connection, and messages through music. Messages will come to you through music. That's huge. And as well as something you read, like, you seem to be a bit of a sponge. Even if you don't remember everything that you've read, it's in there, and you retain it, and you have it, and things are timely and synchronized in such a way. Actually, I'm jumping all over the place because I'm getting a lot, and I think I feel personally very connected to this energy group. This also has a mandala, and there's a message on the back of this card about that, and it really just has to do with completion. And I just I feel like, you know, your memory, things you've read, things you hear in music, there's a lot of completion happening all the time for you in like wrapping up stories. Do you know what I mean? Like you will get a feeling, and then it feels to me like you'll receive the audio, and you'll receive the video, and you'll receive the sensual message. Like I feel like you're getting information from all the sources, you know, like in a well-rounded way. Like you're probably someone who has abilities to sense beyond just one of your senses, you know, like I think you probably get visions, you probably get you hear messages, you probably feel messages. So I hope that makes sense. And for holding these cards down, I've chosen a smoky quartz, which is another one of my very favorites. It's a grounding and illuminating just the same, like, okay, so I'm going to shuffle and get some cards, and I'm looking into kind of like what's going on with you right now, what spirit wants you to know, and we're looking at relationship situations, energy. Okay, so do a little bit of shuffling, get a little bit of cards. I'll read a row, and then I'll go and do a second row. That's what I've done with the last two, and it's worked out really well. Okay. So amazing what nature does, isn't it? Like chemistry does. Your energy right now, temperance, it's alchemy. It's powerful. It's also about healing and balance, higher powers. Temperance is connected to Jupiter, which is luck. Your energy right now. Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. Yeah. So you're in a state of, you're in a stage, I mean, I think you're always in a stage of healing. And I think this is an energy that isn't just current. I think it's something that is with you all the time. The heron on this card, herons are patience. Heron waits and waits in stillness, and that's how they fish. They stand there like their legs just look like twigs or whatever to the fish, and they just like strike when they need to, but they just can wait all day. They're so amazing when you see a heron. When I see a heron flying, I just feel like I've been gifted with something really beautiful, but also a reminder to be patient. A reminder that I contain a ton of alchemic power in a way. Like you have a healing energy. You have the ability to impart this like balanced wisdom on people, but also this sort of this heron seems to be like there are these water droplets falling into the fire, and it has to do with, to me, this is about like passion and emotion blending and becoming something new. And here we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is something new, and it's often related to abundance and something that will grow and be fruitful for you. So I feel like you've got an energy right now that is there's something about your energy right now that presents, there's something starting in your life right now that is, I think, going to flourish. And as long as you tend to it with this balance and this patience, I believe you're going to grow this into something really amazing. Well, I want to go back up here to it might not be what you thought, because I don't think I mentioned that yet. And I think it's going to keep coming up because I believe it's one of the stronger messages coming through. Because when you are very powerful and you have all this energy and you vacillate between feeling discouraged and feeling hopeful, feeling discouraged, feeling hopeful, and you feel connected, but you wonder what is going on, what's it for? Sometimes you may think you know what is going on because you feel so connected and powerful, but at the same time, even you will have lessons to learn about things don't always look how you thought they would look. It doesn't mean you don't sense the deeper meaning or that you can't figure out the deeper meaning, but things aren't always necessarily just going to be served to you on a silver platter. Like, you're not just necessarily going to receive every premonition in clear, whatever language you speak. For me, English. Like, it's not, it's not just going to be delivered to you like, oh, in such a format. Like, dreams are up for interpretation. Messages, the memory, the putting all this together, the memory, the music, something you read, like all of this spiritual guidance, it comes to you in a more muddled form usually, and what you have to do is figure it out. But figuring it out with your mind is where the trick comes. Like it can be hard to put things into words and to put things into clear and intelligible actual events, things that you sense. Like, it's a struggle. And I guess I'm just recognizing that for you, and I wanted to mention that sometimes we take a longer, harder path to getting what was meant to be, and sometimes it just doesn't look how we thought it would look. Like, oh, I thought this was gonna be this, and it's like, well, it is this, but right now it just looks like this. That was probably wildly confusing, but I think if you know what I'm talking about, you know. All right, I would like to get messages from Spirit for you right now. Eight of Pentacles, definitely. Spirit is on your side and here for you to build from. Like there's a spider on this card building a web, and that's a wildly creative card. Animals, spiders are very creative. And as far as like, this ace here to this 8, the beginning to Spirit saying, it's all yours for building. Like there's a great sense for me here of your ability to manifest this entire situation and everything that you need, and to grow with these powers that you have. Message from Spirit. Daughter of Wands is a page of Wands. Okay, so you are passionate, you are determined, you are open to the discovery of all the mystery of the world, is what I'm getting. Page of Wands. This also is a, pages are about messages in a lot of ways. And I think that for you, for your inspiration and your growth and your sort of inner knowing and intuition that you have going on, this is confirmation. Spirit is absolutely working with you. Spirit has lots of things to let you know and lots for you to convey in your life, outwardly to others, and to guide you yourself. You have a lot of self-guidance ability. This snake is in an infinity symbol, which is just one of my, oh, I just love that symbol. And you know, this wand has roses growing from it. I just see a lot of like infinite potential for you to just rise and rise, and the force, the energy of this person is phenomenal. Like, I actually would very much like to meet anyone who resonates in this reading. Like, I feel that this is very, very, very psychic, very spiritually connected energy. And I am just kind of in awe of it, and also at the same time, like, I want to soak in it, you know what I mean? Like, I want to like revel in it. I want to like dance under the moonlight with all you guys. So like I've never danced in the moonlight, whatever. So you know what I mean? Yeah. Amazing and great, and Spirit's on your side. This message from Spirit, the Page of Wands here, the Daughter of Wands, is very much about your passion and determination is being supported, and you are going to keep receiving messages from Spirit, and you stay in your power, and you take it all in, and you do the best you can with the information that you receive, and everything's gonna be fine. All right, let's look at your love life and your love situations. Where are you in your love energy right now? Romance. Okay, you got a Son of Wands here right beside. So that's the Knight. Seem to be, you're a very charismatic and driven person. You are passionate and, you know, fiery. As far as where you are and your romantic energy right now, this isn't speaking to me about your situation. This isn't speaking to me about any situations. I think the message here is that wherever you are, if you're involved with someone, if you are recently split from someone, if you are completely single and open to whatever, like regardless of where you are in your relationship status, connection status right now, the important thing to know is that you right now are in a very driven and passionate energy that will likely attract to you many options, but more than that, like, you need to hone in on what it is exactly you want to manifest, because you can do whatever you want. That's the message I'm getting. Like, you don't be too impulsive with romantic decisions right now. You can take your time. You are not, I don't believe you are lonely. I believe you, if you want anything romantic to be going on right now, you want it to serve your higher good and be supportive of all this beautiful energy that you are, or you're just fine without it. That's the feeling that I get. It's this is the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy, which is just always speaks to me about someone who is very like confident in themselves, and like, you know, you may not always feel so confident. I mean, there is a discouragement right up above it, but deep down, you know your worth. So that's what I'm getting there. So in the other readings, I've been looking at another person, and because I didn't immediately pick up on another person, because I do believe that the most important thing for you here is that you I'll put this incense out. It's a a little overwhelming. I have a small room. Where was I? You're the most important factor here right now for yourself in your romantic and connection related area right now. However, I will look at the energy of someone around you. This could be someone who has been around you, someone who is around you, or someone who is coming around you real soon. Let's look at the energy of a romantic connection, energy of someone in a romantic way around you, someone recent, past, present, or soon energy. All right, Three of Pentacles. Okay, you've got either someone you can really collaborate with. You've got someone you can really, really grow with and collaborate with and work together with, who is either in your life, has been in your life, or is coming into your life. It's just, it feels to me like counterpart energy of someone who can only help you grow, and someone who has the depth and skill to handle someone like you, and someone who will reflect your best qualities in a way, someone who will also grow from your connection. That could be something happening, someone coming in or back, and there is the energy of someone around you who is an equal to you in a collaborative way, someone who when it comes to manifesting, is you help each other. Okay, all right, I'd like to go back to the beginning here with where I was looking at your current energy. I am going to now ask about your emerging energy, things that are coming up very, very, very soon. You're on the brink or verge of in your energy, something energetically emerging for you. Got the King of Wands, the Father. Wow. King, Page, Knight. Here it's Father, Daughter, Son. Wands energy off the chain right now. You do have these pentacles, you know, pentacles. That's really beautiful. That's things coming into that is the actuality of you know, your manifestations, which are the wands. The wands are the fire and the inspiration and the drive and the power, and the pentacles are showing it, it's showing up in your life. Father of Wands, King of Wands, and your emerging energy. Yo, this is beautiful. First of all, that's Leo energy, and it's fiery, and it's like feeling confident and feeling on top of your shit. And it's like being a leader and being wildly charismatic and drawing people into you, which is helpful when you are someone who has important things to say and share, which you seem to be. I get that you are a truth teller, and the more people who are drawn to you to hear truths, the better, because your work is valid. And this is a beautiful beautiful energy to be coming up for you. Superpower. Another emerging part of your energy right now. What's emerging in your energy right now? The Sun. Jeez Louise. Yo, you're about to just, Oh my goodness. The sun is the enlightenment and the optimism, and look at that illumination. It's like, oh, you know, there's like these birds, I don't know what kind of birds they are, flying off, and like it's just like radiant energy. Your energy coming up is phenomenal, is the word that I want to use. Your stuff coming up for you right now is it's as good as it gets energy. And unfortunately, like there's always the connotation that like, uh-oh, what goes up must come down. But, you know, that's not where you need to focus. The important thing is that you have some real positive, illuminated energy, you know, just spreading all over you and everything you touch, like gold I just got. Super amazing. I cannot believe. So the Father of Wands, like I said, the King of Wands is Leo energy. It doesn't mean you have to have any Leo in your chart whatsoever. It's about what Leo is. And Leo is ruled by the sun. And the sun is right here. And it's just like, I just couldn't feel better about like what is emerging for you energetically. This is beautiful. There's so much resolution and healing in this. There's so much standing in your power and knowing your power, which is a whole thing. It's a whole thing, especially when you go between discouragement and hope, and you're in this place where you know you're this person, but at the same time, I mean, what does anybody know? So like, it's easy to question things, and it's easy to feel knocked off your game, because if you're not driven to just like rule the world and become a billionaire, like it can feel really like, whoa, what is all my gift for? You know what I mean? Like there's just a lot of questions and involved in being this person. So good stuff. All right, messages from Spirit for you right now. Messages from Spirit about what's emerging. Messages. I'm putting this over the Eight of Pentacles. This creative energy. What is a message? All right. There's a Seven of Swords. You're going to have to be somewhat defensive about your boundaries. You're going to have to keep one eye open, it's saying, about energy. Like you're sensitive and you're consuming messages constantly, and it's very important, you know, in order for you to decipher what is truly a message and what is just, you know, goes in the move to trash, you know, file. There's going to need to be a piece of you that is keeping one eye open. Like you got to, unfortunately, when you work energetically, you do need to stay on guard for vampires. So, and I don't mean that, I don't mean anything against vampires. It's a whole thing, whatever. So like over the Eight of Pentacles, when we're talking about your, you know, your deepened grasp and understanding and manifestation happening, just remember I think it would be, I just got the feeling of like, this is tourmaline, black tourmaline. It's important for you to just be aware of the negative influences and the negative energies that are all around all the time. And it can be very easy to fall into this discouragement and to be dragged down when you're this receptive. It can be very easy to get thrown off course, or even with this swords energy itself being mental and being like, I think the first swords to show up, it's also telling me, you know, one of the things you need to watch out for, oh, there it is, right over the sun and right here. One of the things that Spirit is telling you to watch out for is your your own mind tricking you, and your own mind. Oh, so there's this whole thing about like distrust, you know, like I said, like you keeping one eye open, and it is to with regard to other people and all the energy around you. But this is, I just realized there's very much a message from spirit for you, because these are messages from spirit here. I mean, everything is, but there's a message for you about this. It might not be what you thought, swords, thoughts. Do be careful about what your own mental tricks are doing, what your own shadow, your own fear, insecurity, anxiety, worry does to alter the information you know to be true, the information you know to be authentically guiding you toward truth. Just be careful. You know what you know, but your mind may try to throw you off, and that is so hard. That is a delicate, difficult line to walk. All right. Another message. I love that this Daughter of Wands, the page that I said was all about like spiritual messages coming through. I keep forgetting to draw these you know, correlations, but it's right under where I said, it's right under this mountain lion where I said you've got the guidance around you, walking with you. Okay, another message from spirit, and we're gonna put this over the Page of Wands. Message from spirit about emerging energy. The Fool. All right. So the Fool is it actually does have some star energy, and it's because of Aquarius, and it's about having faith. It's about, you know, jumping off into the unknown and trusting yourself, trusting the journey, trusting the path, trusting that you are going where you need to go, and you just have to go. And that's really, I think, relevant to you right now, because you may sometimes, if you're feeling discouraged or you're feeling disconnected, if you're ever feeling disconnected, you need to remember that you are connected and you are safe to walk along this journey, and you're not walking alone. You are very much protected and guided. Okay. I was going to share a personal story, but it doesn't, I don't want to get into it, but I just, you know, you are protected and guided, and you have to have faith in that. You have to trust in that. You know well enough by now that it's true. Okay, let's go back to this relationship situation, love energy. What's emerging in the relationship, love energy? And we did talk about an emerging or current energy that exists with someone who's a great collaborator for you. But let's just look at emerging romantic love energy. Okay. 8 of Cups. I feel like you have either been put in a situation where you've had to focus on your own healing and your own growth and your own self and your own like life. Like you were either put in that dark, you were either left there, or you chose to be there. Either way, I get the feeling of still kind of working through this darkness, you know, like still trying to put the pieces back together. You're still, as far as like romance is concerned, you know, and this is over your, you know, you being your focus for a moment, and you recognizing what you're worth. And this is actually a card about being a seeker, you know, being on a quest for being seen and being, and to be recognized, for finding light, and to where you can be this you know, standing in under all this, like, oh, isn't that beautiful that the Son of Wands and the Sun both have this like radiant energy? I really feel that for you. And I guess I just sense that there's still work to do about, you cannot probably just move on from the dark place where you may have been or sometimes feel you are. It's over here under discouragement. I guess that's also a message to me about your spirit. When you're feeling down or low, it affects, you know, everything. And so you may want to just cast away these sad, negative, you know, these lonelier feelings, this like work that you have to do. You may want to you may want to put that aside, because it's too interfering, and it's blocking, you know, you feel like it's blocking all this radiant energy, and it's, look at that, it's blocking like me knowing who I am, you know, to everyone and to myself, and feeling like standing in your power. But the truth is, you do have to work through that. So you can't gloss over it. You can't just ignore it. I get the sense that there is something that is weighing on you, something that is has left some shadow in you that needs to be resolved. Okay, it could be related to this. We've got mountains here, you know, and this is a 8 of Cups, and this is a 3 of Pentacles. They're not even in the same suit. This is about being, you know, working together, and this one is often about someone walking away. So I just, you know, to see them beside each other with these mountains, you know, I just feel like in order to get to this, where you're working together with someone, you know, whether it's someone again or someone new or someone now, there is still this work to be done here underneath. There was, I sense, pain inflicted, and you know, with all these broken cups, they look like glass, like there might have been a few drops of blood, I feel. So I just really get the feeling that there's something that you need to address moving forward in your heart that is heavy and hurting a little bit, okay, or a lot, making you feel discouraged at times, distracting you from your, wow, I just saw a face in there. Emerging romantic energy, information about emerging romantic energy. Okay, 5 of Swords, yeah. This is related to this. Yeah, you have to break from the pain and disappointment somehow that has happened for you. It's distracting you from your good. It can keep you from finding this. So, for emerging energies around your love situation, to get these 2 kind of heavy cards, heavy and dark, there's no color on either of them. We have a broken earthworm here, we have broken glasses here. I just have to say, I think there's some work that needs to be done in your romantic life, and that is an emerging energy that you're not going to be able to escape. You have to deal with it. There's something that has to be looked at. There's something that has to be dug into. There's something that needs to be, I get seen for what it is. There's something that I think needs to be communicated. Here we have cups and swords in these dark energies, and I think there's emotions and thoughts that need to be resolved and cleared up before you can move forward and feel this great self-love and power and this collaborative energy on the horizon. Like, I really just, I think there's a message here for you that this is coming. This is unavoidable and coming. There are emotional, there are emotional wounds and thoughts that need to be kind of like cleared up and put to bed. And I just get the sense that you're lacking closure. Okay. So a final word for you on this reading, which I know that sounds heavy. You probably already know it's something that you have to deal with, that has to be dealt with in order for you to stand in your power. Facing the music, I hear. Facing the music. But honestly, like, this is a beautiful, you're an intense person. Intensity is nothing new to you. You take the good, you take the bad. You know there's ups and downs. And I think that the really, really wonderful thing that has come from this reading so far is this power, this emerging energy for you. It's all there. You got to work with some stuff that drags you down a bit and is weighing on your heart and distracting you from your good, clarity. So, final word, final message. Let me just cut and get, it's the moon, which interestingly I don't think has shown up, unless that's a moon, here in this particular reading. But to me, this is like a can you see that? This moon. Yeah, this is between here and here. You know what I'm saying? Like, here we're looking at this dark mountain and this dark, these are both completely dark cards. And then we have over here, like, there's this lightning streak of color and then this radiant color. And I think this is just a message about, well, the moon can be about your intuition and change and subconscious layers, and I think that this is just an echo of what I was just talking about, and that there is illumination for you. There is light for you, and you have to kind of go into this darkness to reach it. And I mean, but it is, even the border of this card is color. So I think that I think this is telling me that you probably are well aware of the fact that you have to dive into your depths, deal with this stuff, and this is where you're going to be. I get the feeling that you already know this. Okay, so that's what I have for you, powerful seer and borite and mountain lion people. Excellent. Thank you so much. Let me know. By all means, let me know. Thanks.